I very much want to be an honorary roper, and actually the school board has talked me into coming back next year. So while I had announced my retirement some time ago, well, I must say that's a welcome sound to an urban superintendent to get applause on saying that he's going to come back next year. I love being an honorary roper. Actually, probably a little known fact, my son actually worked here for 3 years, I think. 2 years, 3 years. He was an assistant principal here. I love this place. I absolutely love this place. I know how those of you who went to school here, I really do know how you feel. And I love to bring visitors here. And I love to come into this auditorium. And I love to wonder what it was like in 1942 or 1939 or 1956. And sometimes I like to just look at the hallways and I think about all of the excellence that went up and down those hallways. I appreciate this very much, and I appreciate the recognition that Coach Rader has made about the Board of Education, because this was the centerpiece of Project Schoolhouse. And you had something to do with that. In 2010, whenever we were first getting into Project Schoolhouse, I went around to every single high school and I talked about our need to become more efficient, both instructionally and economically. I went to every single high school and we publicized it. And I stood up in front of groups, and what I heard at every high school, with the exception of one, what I heard at every high school was, don't close any of our schools in our feeder pattern. Don't do that. Don't do that. I still vividly remember the night that I walked into the library, beautiful library at Will Rogers High School, and the place was full. And if I may be frank, a good number of those in attendance looked to be about my age or so. And I was curious about that. And the first speaker to speak, don't remember the name, you may be out there, was from Oklahoma City, and stood up and said, we drove over here from Oklahoma City to make a testimony tonight. And really, the essence of that testimony was, Dr. Ballard, we want the greatness restored. We do. We want the greatness restored. And I will tell you that as we sat and made decisions about what could be the outcome from Project Schoolhouse, because it wasn't just about economizing for economic reasons. It also was about reaching for greatness in every place that we could. And frankly, this was the perfect place to reach for that greatness. When you take a look at not only those who are in the have been inducted into the Will Rogers Hall of Fame, but you take a look at people who probably won't even make it, all walks of life who had made significant contributions. So we made a conscious decision that we were going to revolutionize, we were going to reform, and we were going to rejuvenate Will Rogers High School. You know the rest of the story. I won't get into all of it. But it is working. We have gone to a high school now that is highly sought after. We have gone to a high school that in a very short period of time has become one of our highest achieving schools. And I promise you this, we will see this through. And Will Rogers will be totally restored to greatness. We are never any better than the shoulders that we stand on. And we have significant shoulders to stand on at Will Rogers.